Hello students, I am Kinjal Parmar. Welcome back to the video lecture series of microprocessor and microcontroller. Today we will discuss AVR data types and directives. So let's start with AVR data types. This AVR has a data types which contains a varieties of a numbers in a different format. AVR microcontroller has only one data type. It is 8-bit and the size of each register is also 8-bit. It is the job of the programmer to break down a large bits of data in a 8 bits, that is starting from 00 to FF, or says in a decimal 0 to 255, to be processed by the CPU, that means by the processor of AVR microcontroller. So the AVR microcontroller has only one data type, that is 8-bit. So at a time microcontroller, this AVR can either process 8-bit data. This AVR data types can be used to format varieties of a data. So there are 4 ways to represent a byte of a data, that means 8-bit data in a AVR assembler. This can be represented either in a hex, binary, decimal, or in a ASCII format. There are different ways to represent a data. The numbers can be represented in a AVR by the following format, either in a hex, binary, or decimal, or ASCII. So let's discuss all this. So first is a hex number. There are 2 ways to show that hex number are used. So put 0x or 0 capital X in front of a numbers to represent that this number is a hex number. So we can load data in a register using this instructions LDI. So here LDI R16, 0x99. First, this LDI is a mnemonics. This R16 and this data are basically operands. Okay, so this in a R16 register, this 99 is basically stored, but remember this 99 is in a hex. Okay, so R16 register is a basically 8-bit register. So 99 is a basically hex number. So this hex number is copied into R16 in a binary format. But we can represent hex number like this 0x99, or we can put $sign in front of the number like this. So we have a LDI R22 $99, that means this number are in a hex format. So we can use either 0x, capital X, or small x, or we can use dollar to indicate that the given number is in a hex format. Then next we have a binary numbers. So binary number is represented by only one this write only 0b. Okay, so there is only one way to represent binary numbers in a AVR assembler. It is as follow: LDI R16 0b, and like our binary pattern. So LDI R16 0b, this capital B or small b, both will work. Okay, so binary numbers can be represented by writing 0b and then totally binary pattern 010. Then next is a decimal number. To indicate that the decimal number in a AVR assembler, simply use the decimal number and nothing before it and after it. So we can write a decimal number directly like this: LDI R17, 12. So this there is no any letters or any special punctuations or any kinds of words or numbers before that. It indicates that this is a decimal number. So to indicate the decimal number in a AVR, simply use the decimal number by itself. So LDI R17, 12, so it indicates that this 12 is in a decimal format. So R17 stored 12 in a decimal format, but actually in a R17 there is a binary patterns of a 12. Okay, so this is decimal number. Then next we have a ASCII character. So to represent ASCII data in a AVR assembler, use single quotes as like this LDI R23. So single quotes 2. So it indicates that in a AVR there is a ASCII data or says ASCII characters are stored, and in R23 ASCII, this binary pattern of this ASCII is stored. So in ASCII this 2, but in actually for this ASCII code 2 there is a 32 or says 00110010 in a binary format. So in a R23 this data is stored. Okay, this data with followed by semicolon is basically comments. Okay, so to remember that what kinds of operations are performed over here, we can write like this. Okay, so to represent the ASCII data in a AVR assembler, use the single quotes like this. Okay, so this is to represent ASCII numbers or ASCII characters or any kind of letters in a AVR assembler. So here we have a next is assembler directives. So while instruction tells the CPU what to do, directives, also called pseudo instruction, gives the direction to the assembler. The directives is used for developing the program easier, and it is make our program more readable. Okay, so assembler directives are basically a pseudo instructions which gives a command to assembler, not to the processor. Okay, so directives is used for developing a program in a easier and in a readable format. There are varieties of assembler directives are used. So here are the few directives, that is .include, .org, .eq, .set, .device, .dp. So these all kinds of assembler directives are used in a AVR microcontroller to perform different kinds of operations to provide a path to assembler. So let's discuss all this assembler one by one. First is the .include assembler. First, this .include directives tells AVR assembler to add content of a file to program. For 8MEGA32, write the following instructions at the beginning of program to add the file of 8MEGA32. So .include in a double inverted comma M32 DEF.INC. So this assembler can aware about that here this 8MEGA32 device is used whenever this program is loaded in any kind of device. Okay, so to add a file here .include directives are used. So for 8MEGA32 there is a this line of code is used to add the file .include M32 DEF.INC. So .include a directive tells this AVR assembler to add the content of a file. Okay, to add the content of a file. For each and every AVR family there is various kinds of files are available. So these kinds of files can be added into the assembler with this .include instructions. Then next we have this .org directives. So the .org directives is used to indicate the beginning of the address or beginning of the code. So it can be used for both code and data. For example, we can write .org 100. So it indicates that our program start at the location of 100. Okay, so the .org directives is used to indicate the beginning of the address. Then next we have this .eq assembler directives. So this .eq is used to define a constant or value or a fixed address. So the .eq directives does not set aside a storage for a data items, but it is associated with a constant number with the data or with the address, so that when the label appears in the program, it constant will substitute for the label. So we can assign a .eq and with this kind of any fixed values or any fixed address. So by changing changing only that values or by changing only that we can alter whole program. Okay, so this kinds of directives is used for when we have a large number of data and this data or this constant value is used so many times in our program. So we can just define once with this dot eq, then we can just use that values each and every times, and if we want to change that value, so we can just change the values at dot eq sides. Okay, so this is dot eq assemblers directives. So this, for example, we can write dot eq like this. Okay, so dot eq count is equals to 0x25, 0x25, that means this is a constant value and this is a value in a hexadecimal format. This 25 is in a hexadecimal format, so count is equals to 25. So we can just directly use now word count. Okay, and if we want to change the value of count in a whole program, so we can just change values over here first. Okay, so entire program will completely change. Okay, so this is how this dot eq directives work. So dot eq assembler directives are basically used that programmer can change it once and the assembler will change all its occurrence throughout the program. So this allows the programmer to avoid searching the entire program and trying to find every occurrence. Okay, so it makes for programmer too easier to program any kinds of data or use any kind of constant value which are going to be altered each and every time. Okay, so this, by the use of dot eq, the programmer can change it once and the assembler will change all its occurrence throughout the program. So this is dot eq assembler directives. Now next we have a dot set assembler directives. This dot set assembler directives is used to define a constant value or a fixed address. In this regard, this dot set and dot eq directives are identical. The only difference is that the value assigned by dot set directive may be reassigned later. So we can reassign values with the dot set directives. So this is dot set assembler directives. Then next is a dot device assembler directives. So dot device directives allows the user to tell the assembler which device the code is going to be executed on. For example, dot device 8mega32, that means directive tells the assembler that this device are used. Okay, so to denote that which device are operated or on which device this code is executed, so by writing this kind of directives we can tell that assembler that this device or this controller is used. So dot device 8mega32, that means this code is basically written for 8mega32 AVR microcontroller. This dot db directive. Next, the dot db data directives is widely used to allocate ROM program memory in a byte-sized chunk. Dot db is used to define an 8-bit fixed data. Dot db is used to define an 8-bit fixed data. When dot db is used to define fixed data, the numbers can be either in a decimal or in a binary or in a hex or either in a ASCII format. The dot db directives is widely used to define ASCII string. Generally, the dot db directives is widely used to define ASCII string. So these all are the assembler directives. Thank you.